Hello, everybody. Coming to you from the laptop in Manhattan right now. I had some things that I had to take care of in the city today. So I still wanted to come on here and see if I could give you guys a little bit of, education or information, whatever you want to call it. There was a couple of decent opportunities this morning that I was able to take before I made the trip out into the city. So getting right into it, I just want to show you guys here in a second what I was looking at. Now I post this on our Discord, which is linked in the description for you guys if you're interested. These trade ideas are just that. They're trade ideas. You do with the information as you wish, but it's what I'm seeing, it's what I'm noticing, and I feel like this is some good information to give to our members. And that's why I post every Sunday on here, charts, breakdowns, stuff that I'm looking at. So PayPal was something that I was very interested in around the 180 mark. So after a stock has a huge, epic sell-off, which is what we saw here, after earnings, especially huge gap down and, just totally trashed on this stock. Look at the volume right here. So when that happened, I started to see a base forming at around 180. This is previous support from last year in the fall. So this was an opportunity that I was going to take advantage of with a call option. Nothing crazy, not a huge trade. We don't even know if it's going to be a successful trade yet, although it is in the money at the moment. So hang on a second. I'm just going to bring up the daily screen here. This is the 1 minute. Okay, so this is PayPal. 180, a very clear level of support. This is where I got involved. When it dropped here and bounced, this is when I picked up the call contract. Now it has since about 180, 150 is when I got it. It has since moved about $4 a share, but the implied volatility and the time decay on these quick movers can really eat up your money. So theta is definitely something you're going to want to be aware of, but I liked how cheap the contract was, and it is cheap because it expires this Friday. A lot of them are meant to day trade. If you're going to take an expiration that is that close to a strike that's that close to expiration date, you got to be in and out of these pretty fast, or time will take some of your profit. I'm holding for a bigger move. That doesn't mean that everybody has to do the same thing. That's just my trade plan. I'm trying to take this up over 190, and I know I don't have that much time to do it in, but that's my trade plan. That's the risk I was willing to take. So, currently up 92.50. It's fluctuating up and down 97.50 right now. That trade is not locked in yet, so it could definitely go back against me. But this is what I'm talking about with taking these educated, higher probability type of trades. And this was one of them because of this. After the sell-off, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180. This is 5 days of 180 holding up. Now, we've had bounces to 190, 193, 189 right here. There's a bit of a resistance trend line here that's going to be something that I have to be aware of if we do push up into the 188 range. If I get rejected, maybe that's where I'll take the trade-off. You got to know where these resistance areas are. you can see here very clearly that it has sold off every time it's hit it. If we break out of that, this could be a very nice trade. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Now, something else that I traded today, again, was the micro E-minis. So what I do here, let me just take this off. One day. All right, so how I trade this is, and we only made $40 on it. Not a great day for a great trade that I took, because I had other trades that I had taken in the pre-market that put me down a little bit on the day. So, you know, coming into the open, something very similar that I noticed from the day before. Now, those of you that have followed me know that I like to use previous patterns. We were seeing that in the pre-market, just like we saw yesterday. A huge push up in the pre-market, market opens, we get a push up for 2 minutes, and then a total sell-off. So that's what I was anticipating for today. And that's exactly what happened today. So if we just zoom in here on this trade, which was, you know, a very solid entrance, I could have held a little bit longer for the move down here, but you're never going to get it perfect. What I did get perfect was my first entry here at 170, because I was, like I just said, I was playing this high probability likelihood of the market at the beginning being up huge on the futures to sell off a little bit in that auction process that happens right around here. This is an auction process. The market makers like to bring things back down and then buy up everything else going back up. So that's what I was doing. Same thing, pattern that happened the day before. That's what I was playing for. What I was going to set my stop on was previous pre-market high, which was 175. So 175 was going to be where I cut this trade if it didn't do exactly what I thought it was going to do, which is this right here. Got the sell-off, held it for a decent amount of time. It's about a 5-minute trade. And this trade right here was about 200, a little over $200. So I was actually down about 180 going into this trade. So this was a great recovery trade. And I think that goes to saying that instead of trading too much, try to focus on the one good idea. Okay? If you can focus on the one good idea that you have, leave all the rest and just do that one A+ setup. This was the A+ setup. So if I would have just done that one trade, I would be up over $200 on the day. 5 minutes worth of trading instead of trading in the pre-market and driving myself crazy. So this was a good way to recoup some of that loss that I incurred in the pre-market. So that was great. Great trade, great to see. And that's where we're at right now. So it looks like we're hovering around this $100 mark for the day. I had a big loss. I'm sure that you guys, maybe you haven't yet, but I posted a few days ago. I think it was back last Wednesday, posted my big loss. Thursday, Friday, today. It's not that I'm trying to get it all back in one trade. So chipping away at it. Now, Thursday and Friday, we got back about 35% of that big loss. Today, we're going to tack on, you know, another 10%, hopefully, if the market holds up. If it doesn't hold up, it's not the end of the world either. And, you know, we just come into the market tomorrow, not trying to get it all back at once. Just chip away those green days, you know, and Eventually, that big loss will be water under the bridge. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Sorry about the video quality, the sound quality. I'm on the laptop, like I said, in Manhattan. People working outside the window here. It's a little loud. So we'll be back at the home office tomorrow. Take care, guys. Hit the thumbs up for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.